Hey! Hi! Hello. Not the band name. What's up? I feel like it's been a long time, maybe. So I know it's like been forever since the last time we talked. How you been? You know, where you been? uh, I... Yeah, I guess I've got some splaining to do. So yeah, I took a really long time to make a video, but some of it wasn't my fault. About half of it was because iMovie wasn't working on the new iOS update on the computer. So half of it wasn't my fault, but the other half, yeah, I've just not made a video in a long time. So over the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to try to do my best to catch you up. Here we go. So I had the summer, and over the summer I worked for a landscaping and irrigation company. That was really hard work, really miserable, but I ended up getting a little bit of a tan, which kind of went away, but is now kind of coming back because, we'll get to that. Anyway, so I worked all summer doing that and was a lot of hard work, and then I quit, and then I got my tonsils removed. Getting my tonsils removed was a big deal. I mean, it was awful. It was miserable, but not because a normal thing. What really happened is that they told me before the surgery, they said, about 1% of people who ever get this surgery done ever have to come back because they're bleeding too much. Guess what happened to me? You guessed it right. I ended up coming back just a few days later to have to get another surgery. They had to knock me out again, and they had to put a stitch in my throat because I was bleeding too much. And I couldn't believe it. And the doctor said, it's because you've got red hair, you bleed more, and I didn't even think about it. I was like, thanks, doc. But I told them, I totally called it. Before they even put me in surgery, I said, I guarantee you I'll be one of that 1% that comes back. But anyway, then I got better from the tonsillectomy thing surgery, and then I went to the beach. Well, sort of. We went to the beach, and then Isaac was on its way to the beach too. So we had to leave the beach really soon, so we didn't get to hang out there very long. But guess where we went then? We drove to Florida. And now here I am in Orlando, Florida, in my apartment, and all my apartment mates happen to be out right now, so I have plenty of time to shoot my own video. But in case you missed it, I am in Orlando, Florida, because I am now an official cast member at Walt Disney World. Yeah! I work at Hollywood Studios as a custodial cast member, and a lot of people think that custodial cast member is kind of a boring job, but it's actually one of the most exciting. You can ask a bunch of different cast members who have done different jobs, including custodial, and most of the time they all say that their favorite, hands down, was custodial because it's just awesome and a lot of fun. So yeah, I have to clean bathrooms and take the trash out and stuff, but that's just the half of it. It's so much fun, and I'll get back more into that in a later video. I'm still working on catching you up. Anyway, let's rewind a little bit. So when I came here, we had to do the big check-in process, and that was a big deal. I had to get here early in the morning. There was a big long line we went through. I had pictures made for my IDs. That ID. Oh, and there's also this. Ah, look at the, yes. See, that's me. You see, the double finger point. You're not allowed to point with one finger at Disney World, so I've already starting to get used to the two finger. Anyway, so there was that process, and then there were 2 days with nothing to do. They wouldn't let me into the parks yet because I hadn't gone through what's called traditions. But I had to wait 2 full days before they even took me to traditions. In traditions, I had to get all dressed up nice and proper, and then we went, and blah, big long process. It was a lot of classes, a lot of boring, a lot of but it was over with. And then it was on to training, and with training, it wasn't too bad. But I tell you what, one thing that Disney did not do through the whole process very well was explain to me how to do anything. Like, I know they're trusting us to be adults and try to figure everything out on our own, but I mean, I couldn't even figure out, once I had everything that I needed, my ID, I had gone through the classes, I couldn't figure out how I'm supposed to get to the parks. I couldn't figure out how I'm supposed to get back home. I know I'm supposed to get on the bus system, but they didn't even tell us where buses are supposed to pick everyone up. So it's been a whole lot of trial and error, but I think I've got pretty much everything figured out now, and there's so much more I need to tell you about, but I don't want to make a video that's way too long. Hi, I've missed you all, and I will see you soon, and I will start telling you all about my experience in the Disney College program. Look forward to that, and I'm going to tell you all the ins and outs, and that's probably going to be what about every video, or almost every video, is going to be about from now on, until I leave this happy place world of magic. So there you go. I've missed your faces, and I love you. Bye!